Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda. We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.
It's 8:30 in Nigeria, 9:30 in Gaza, and 11:30 in the Gulf. But of course, you know what time it is. It's time for Viewers Pulse. My dear brothers and sisters, thank you for tuning into Viewers Pulse and Huda TV. Let me start by giving you our contact information. Of course, our phone number is 002-0238 555-248 or 249. That's 002-0238 555-248 or 249. Please give us a call live on this program, inshallah. Of course, we have the email as well, pulse@huda.tv. I see that on our screen now, inshallah, pulse@huda.tv. And like I say every night, I always respond to those emails, so please email them to me, inshallah, all your thoughts and queries. Facebook as well, don't forget to support us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/huda.tv. That's facebook.com/huda.tv. And of course, all the individual pages have pages as well, so please like and share them. Skype, we've launched that just for you guys to call us absolutely free of charge, to give us your feedback, your thoughts and opinions concerning our channel, or rather I should say your channel. So please do so. You can even participate via video call. It's absolutely free, and it works on all of the programs, including this one, including Ask Huda, including The Straight Path, including Family Issues, on all of the programs. Having said that, I've prepared a lot of interesting news, Viewers Pulse news for us this evening. New ideas, new guests we are proposing, new programs that you will be seeing shortly, inshallah. A lot of interesting stuff. However, unfortunately, we're not going to report it today. We're going to delay it because of the situation of the Muslim Ummah. We would like to use this 30 minutes as a brief reminder of what's going on around the Muslim world. Of course, for the last several years now, really, we've had an ongoing crisis, political and humanitarian crisis in Syria, which has resulted in the death of many, many, many people, men, women, and children. Of course, we see really an extermination of the Muslims in Burma. We've been trying our best to shed light on that as well. And of course, the last several days we've witnessed, really the whole world has, the Israeli IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, or as we heard Dr. Muhammad Salah say an hour ago on Ask Huda, he called them they should call themselves the IOF, the Israeli Offensive Forces, because they are constantly aggressive and harassing their neighbors. Having said that, we're going to speak a little bit about Gaza today. I'd like you guys to take a look at this video, and then I will get into our discussion, inshallah. what you've just watched is real-time footage of what's going on right now in Gaza. Of course, for the last few days, the whole world has witnessed the Israeli Defense Forces, like we said, perhaps they should call themselves the Offensive Forces, because they've launched a unilateral preemptive airstrike against civilians in Gaza. That's right, unilaterally, that means by themselves without any international support, and preemptive. In other words, they initiated this violence, as they always do, leaving dozens dead, as well as hundreds wounded. Of course, the exact figures I was able to find were 440 people wounded. Of course, this is civilian people, men, women, and children. 52 dead, including 13 children. Of course, those figures are always a low estimate. The real figure is probably much higher than that. This is a recurring theme that happens year after year. As a result, we have a phone call from Egypt. Abdullah from Egypt. Assalamu alaikum, sister. Thank you for calling. Abdullah from Egypt. Go ahead, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, brother. Thank you so much for calling our program.
Jazakallah khair, akhi, for having me tonight. It's very sad time. It's really shocking, the pictures that you see on the news. It's really shocking. Young kids and women lying on the hospital floors. It's the usual scene that we see every time in Gaza, and it's never ending. I'm really flabbergasted. I mean, I couldn't find the words, honestly, to speak by. I thought to myself, I really need to release how I feel about these events that are taking place right now, in front of our own eyes. The whole world is watching, and we find ourselves helpless, unable to do anything.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Brother Abdullah. Having said that, what is the role, in your opinion, of the individual Muslim around the world? What can he do or she do to help and at least show some solidarity with the Muslim people in Palestine?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people, non-Muslims, who sympathize with the Palestinians. I mean, I've seen so many people, across the world, in universities, in a lot of places they sympathize. So our main role is to first of all to thank these people who are sympathizing. And really, I've seen demonstrations in Korea, in Japan, in Canada, in so many places, not even as much in the Arab world, which means that the people out there are looking, they can see what's happening, what's unfolding in the news. So our role is to put our hands with these people, especially in the West, to show the amount of aggression that is happening day in and day out in Gaza. Alhamdulillah, like in the UK, the universities in the UK, they refuse to have the lectures from Israel because of the aggression that are occurring, and they're showing solidarity for the Gazans, for the Palestinians. So alhamdulillah, these things can work. So our role is to pass on the message, to show to the people out there the aggression. These are civilians who have been bombarded by hundreds of missiles and rockets every day, and inshallah, I think it's going to work. So as individuals, we need to work hard to show to the non-Muslims what's really happening, because the media, like the BBC, for example, when you read on their website or on the BBC, on the TV, you see it's blatant bias against the Palestinians. I mean, they would say like 10 were killed. They even use the words that are used in a bias. You could see it. They're not really showing the real picture.
Yeah, sure. I couldn't agree with you more. I was on CNN.com this afternoon, and they try to portray it as if it's an equal battle between two equally matched people, without really the real picture of a massive army on one side and basically a small enclave of civilians being attacked. So SubhanAllah, may Allah help us, brother. Thank you so much, Brother Abdullah, for your call. I certainly appreciate it, and I hope to have you back on the program soon, inshallah. Having said that, dear brothers and sisters, if you're just tuning in to Viewers Pulse, we're really talking about today the preemptive airstrike launched against the people of Gaza, the men, women, and children, civilians of Gaza by the IDF, Air Forces, of course, funded by the American taxpayers, subhanAllah. Meanwhile, we would like to mention, also take this opportunity to mention Barack Hussein Obama, who really, some people say, has turned out to be a true Zionist wolf in sheep's clothing, while other people say perhaps his hands are tied. I say, and Allah knows best, that Allah knows best. And I believe that European and Arab leaders also are to blame here, because they also they are standing on the sidelines, and they all bear witness to this great crime, and they will also be accountable for it, of course, which happens year after year. While I wait for your phone calls, dear brothers and sisters, I would like to share my thoughts with you concerning the most recent airstrike on Gaza. The timing of this massacre really, it obviously directly coincides with the recent elections in the U.S. Year after year, election after election, whenever an American president is elected, it is almost certainly followed by an airstrike against Muslim countries, and most often it's Gaza. It's almost as if this is planned before the elections in order to give them a green light. Having said this, actually, Michelle Oren, the Israeli ambassador to the U.S., was quoted in the U.S. media, I believe, today. And this is not me just making this stuff up. You guys can research this on your own. He's the Israeli ambassador to the U.S. His name is Michael Oren. He was quoted as saying these exact words: "The U.S. has given our government a free hand in our assault on Gaza." Let me say that one more time. The U.S. has given our government a free hand in our assault on Gaza. I believe that quote says enough there. Having said that, perhaps they believe airstrikes aren't enough, because the recent AP press has reported that 75,000 reserve troops have been called up for the IDF forces to use at for their disposal, as well as thousands and thousands of troops, Israeli troops, amassing on the Gaza border to launch a ground invasion. Perhaps we will see in the next couple of days. Here at Huda TV, we're trying to do our best. We are doing our part. We will relaunch our campaign for Gaza, titled Gaza Massacre. It's unfortunate that we keep airing this program over and over. Perhaps we should just leave it on our screen, because this happens constantly. It seems like every couple of months, if not more than that. The program will air at 8:30 Nigeria time, 9:30 Cairo, Palestine time, 10:30 in Mecca, 11:30 in the Gulf. It will be hosted by Brother Osama El-Shami. We'll take a phone call before I get back to that. We have our respected brother and professor of Arabic language at the Huda Online Academy. So definitely remember to check out www.hudaonlineacademy.com. We have Professor Hatem Abu Hafsa. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Thank you for calling.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Brother Malik. How are you, akhi?
Brother, I'm so glad that you took time to give us a call today. Usually Viewers Pulse is a really upbeat show where we talk about Huda TV news, but today we want to really show our solidarity with the Muslim people of Palestine. And the question I've been asking the callers is, brother, and I would like to pose that question to you, is what can we do as individual Muslims all around the world to show our support and solidarity with the Muslim people of Palestine?
SubhanAllah, akhi, well, that's a question that really needs time to answer, because it needs to be answered in acts rather than words. Because the point is that sad situations like this that Palestine face, it's actually repeated once and twice, maybe in 1 month. But then what happens is actually time passes and then we forget about it. So the point is we need to always remember this case. We need to always educate ourselves and our children, our families and neighbors about the case of Palestine, about the case of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, about the case that this is not such a thing that's occupation and this political stuff that's being said here or there. The point is, actually, subhanAllah, it's a conflict of religion, akhi, subhanAllah. Like this, I not say Israel, I would just say this Zionist state. They say that's a religious state, okay? So, subhanAllah, it needs, as clear as it needs also, like, states, Islamic states, which is also clear as they should be, Islamic. So the point is we need to educate ourselves, our children, our family about this case, about the important importance of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa in the Islamic religion, and we need to act upon this. I mean, it's to act upon it, not just by words, because if it will be only a sad situation that we will live a reaction, not an action, being also reactive about this, not proactive, it will stay as is. We will get hit by them again and again and again, and then we will just forget about it and then say, oh, how sad, today 100 killed, tomorrow 1,000 killed, and that's it. SubhanAllah, it needs to be like a life situation, not just time and then it's over.
I certainly couldn't agree with you more, Brother Hatem. Perhaps I can ask you one final question, Brother. I know that you're a popular Muslim speaker who travels through South America giving lectures about Islam in the Spanish language. While traveling through Mexico and Central and South America, do you speak about the Palestinian issues to the Latino people?
Yes, Akhi, subhanAllah, indeed. Thank you also for bringing this up, because when we talk from the political point of view, actually many countries in Latin America, both Colombia and maybe Ecuador, they are against the American Jewish policy, if we can say, regarding their situation and their processes and what they're doing in the Middle East. They are totally against this, but only from the political point of view, that we don't need like the U.S. to be dominating all the world and to be the all power in the world and this stuff. So from that point also, you can merge doing your da'wah to say that yes, Islam calls for justice. So we don't need just one power in the whole world. We need to synergize. We need to think win-win and benefit each other. It's not only I have the power and that's it, nobody else.
Yes, certainly. I couldn't agree more. We certainly need a balance of power throughout the world. Thank you, Brother Hatem Abu Hafsa. Professor Hatem, I apologize. Thank you for your call. I certainly appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you next time, inshallah. I believe we have another caller from Egypt, Abdullah. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for calling the program, sister.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sister, if I could pose this question to you, which I'm asking all the callers. As an individual Muslim, what can you do, or what are you doing to show solidarity with your Muslim brothers and sisters in Palestine?
Actually, may Allah help them in Palestine. It became something as if it's like an action every day. You can hear about the kids who's being murdered or shot or anything like that, and the families a kind of, mashallah, having more iman according to that, and may Allah help them, wallahi, I don't know, I can't imagine how can I think about it, I have one son, and I can't imagine how can I, qadar Allah, may Allah bless him, I can lose him in a minute. But, we are just supporting them with the adaf iman, or the weakness iman, as we are saying, with just the dua. And if we can help with some charity or some money, it's nothing mentioned, but it's very, very small according to what they are facing. But I hope they have more strength and more iman, and Allah gives them the power to face what they are facing.
Thank you so much, Sister Abdullah from Egypt. I certainly appreciate your call and your thoughts. We have a caller, Mr. Ahmed Yahya, a training manager at an international company, a frequent caller to a guest, I should say, to Viewers Pulse, Mr. Ahmed Yahya. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Ahmed, and thank you for calling.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you.
Mr. Ahmed, I'd really just like to pose the same question to you that I posed to all of our viewers. What is the role of the individual Muslim, wherever he may be or she be in this world, when things like this happen, when Muslims are being attacked in other parts of the world? What can the individual Muslim do?
An individual Muslim should work and should follow God's words. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa a'iddu lahum mastata'tum min quwwa wa min ribat al-khayl. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. And this is not what's being done by Muslims worldwide these days.
Brother, can you translate the verse for us?
Sorry?
Can you translate the verse that you quoted? The meaning of the verse?
So the meaning of God's words in this is to work and prepare yourself for God's opponents and make all the necessary preparation for them. But this is not what's being done these days from Muslims worldwide, and especially the Arab world. What's being done now Muslims are being attacked by the Jews in Gaza. And nobody is doing anything, just words, just threats, but no actions. Why no actions? Because there was no work. There was no thinking, there was no science, there was no effort. And this is what made us to reach this situation. Look at Israel and the Jews. What are they doing? They study, they prepare, they control economies, etc. What are we doing at the Arab? How many scientific organizations in Israel? 23. How many in 23 Arab nations? Only 2.
Subhanallah.
Then you can compare.
Yeah.
They have 23 in one country, or 22,
Yeah.
and in 22 or 23 countries, we only have 2 under construction.
Subhanallah. Having said that, brother, do you see Mr. Ahmed, having said that, do you see a positive future? Do you think the situation is improving?
Till now, we cannot judge, but we have hopes. I cannot tell you that the situation is improving during the massive changes in the Arab world, new governments in many major Arab countries. But is it promising? We have hopes. Is it changing? Till now, no, because this will take huge time.
Subhanallah. Well said. I couldn't agree with you more. Inshallah, it will be a positive result, although it's yet to be seen. Speaking of regarding the change in the Arab world, regarding governments and so forth. Thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed Yahya. I certainly appreciate your phone call. I believe we have another call from Egypt, Brother Ahmed, I believe.
Adam.
Adam. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Adam. How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah. I am very thankful and glad this discussion is being held and is giving me a very painful feeling, because it's sad to me that sometimes before things get better, they have to get worse, or before people realize their contribution to the ummah, it's after the bad things happen, and that's what humbles them. Instead of the times of ease, they don't feel thankful, but when times get hard, then they become humbled when this is the time that we need patience. And so I'm really upset with myself that I haven't done enough to contribute to the ummah, and inshallah I can learn about Islam, learn the language, and share the message of Islam to the West, to get even people there to understand the true meaning of Islam, and to really see what love we have for ourselves and for humanity. It's sad to see the negativity, but I really believe in that statement that sometimes things have to get worse before they get better, for people to really realize the severity of the situation at hand. And I do believe there is positive. If I can use a mathematical equation, sometimes you have double negatives that equal positives, and I once wrote on the Facebook, I hate, and I believe this is true, because they said, one of my friends, he said, no, man, what you hate, that means, that in itself is hate. But no, if you hate itself, you can, it's a positive thing to do that. So I'm just trying to humble myself, share my thoughts, and hopefully, because a previous episode, or the first day of the year, I won a scholarship to Huda Academy. I'm still waiting for the information so I can start learning and start sharing, inshallah.
Inshallah, Brother Adam, thank you so much for your thoughts and for calling in. And stay on the line so that brothers in the control can give you the information for Huda Academy. I really appreciate your comments. And having said that, I believe you called the show before and that you're a young man. I believe in previous calls you said that you were 15 years old. So perhaps you will be the positive change, and your generation will bring a positive change to our dilemmas in the Muslim world. I feel really refreshed and hopeful after I hear a phone call like that from such a young man with such deep reflections and such a positive intention. So may Allah help him, and may Allah help us and the Muslim people in Gaza, and Syria, and Burma, and all around the world, you guys. Please tune in to Gaza Massacre tomorrow at 10:30 Mecca time with Brother Osama Al-Shami to help create awareness about the situation there. You guys, thank you for watching Viewers Pulse, and don't forget to pray and make supplications for your brothers, your oppressed Muslim brothers and sisters all around the world. Assalamu alaikum.
We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.